Hello friends, welcome back to the Mothership. Today we have some exciting news here at the UFOBBQ. Number one, my wife and I bought a house. And with that house comes a great big backyard here, which means I get to do something I've wanted to do for a very long time, since well before I started this channel, and that is get myself a new cooker. So let's get this thing off and show you what I bought. This is the Lone Star Grillz 40-inch Texas Edition offset smoker. I've been eyeing this one for years and years. I mean, honestly, I started doing research on this back in maybe 2020, so that's 6 years ago. Our last place was a townhouse. We didn't really have a huge backyard, as you could tell with the multiple grills I already had there. It was basically taking up all my real estate. But now that we have a yard, we have space for this. We have space for all the wood that this thing is gonna consume, which means that I can start making some really good smoky barbecue on the traditional way, the stick burner. Now, obviously, I'm gonna continue doing all my other cooks, so don't worry about that. If you're just here for pellets, I will continue to do those as well. We're gonna add another cooking method to our repertoire here. But let's talk about this smoker a little bit. So like I said, this is the 40-inch model. They do have a 48. It's just my wife and I for now, and then everyone who comes over for this barbecue. So we didn't really need to go the extra space. But I mean, as far as space, there's plenty of cooking space on here. I'll show you that when I open her up. But as far as the machine itself, this is the Texas model, like I said, which means this is their unfinished version of their smokers. Lone Star Grillz makes a whole lot of ones that are painted. They have that really nice black temperature and weather-resistant paint. Obviously, this is raw, so it will take on a nice patina. It'll rust like hell if we don't season it, which we're gonna do after this. But it's got that really, really nice raw look, which if you're into this style, you know what I'm talking about. This is what we're looking for. I like this coloring. I like the patina it's gonna develop when we season it. But let's talk a little bit about the smoker itself, some of the additions I add to it, and then see if you're interested in smokers, see if this is something you guys are interested in. But we're gonna do a quick walkthrough of everything that comes on it. I figure we'll start over here at the smokestack. Now, Lone Star Grillz does things a little bit differently than some other manufacturers. They use square pipe. The difference being with the square versus a circle, you actually get a whole bunch more volume. So with the same basically diameter, you're getting almost double that as you would be getting with the circular one. And I think the square looks really good. Obviously, I can do some damper management up top. Everything is really nicely welded around here. Giant collector for the smoke. We'll see it on the inside. Now moving to the exact opposite side, we have our firebox, which is a square firebox. This is all 1/4-inch steel, which should be fine. I do live in the Northeast, so 1/2-inch steel probably would have got me a little more thermal protection, but I'm not worried about that. This will be just fine. And I like square boxes, honestly, more than round. I think it's easier to make a fire, although Lone Star does include this nice fire management basket, which will make it a lot easier to direct all of my coals and all my log splits into the same spot. As far as the door itself, as you can see, we can lock it completely. Also got a nice little damper system here. I mean, you can usually just leave the door open or closed to add more air in, but you also have this option here to really fine tune how much airflow this sucker is gonna need to eat. Underneath the smoker, we have a generous amount of storage. So this is gonna be extra log splits, charcoal bags, whatever you want. Obviously, don't fill your firewood all the way up to here because it might catch on fire, but plenty of space down there for all kinds of stuff. The real problem is making sure that you get this seasoned too, which we're gonna take care of so that it also doesn't rust. As you can see, I did upgrade the wheels on this. These are the 8-inch ones. You can get the off-road, but I figured I needed a little bit more wheels. And to be completely honest, even these 8-inch ones, getting it over grass, it doesn't really wanna move. It does weigh somewhere north of 650 pounds, so I recommend at least going with 8-inch wheels if you're gonna move this at all. The smaller wheels, I don't see how that's gonna work. But I don't like the look of the off-road one, so I didn't really want that either. As you can see here, I did also have them include a fan port. So I don't know if I'll ever do it. It wasn't that much of an expensive upgrade, but basically there's a cutout here. So if I want to do one of those, I think it's Fireboard makes one, even ThermoWorks, but basically it's a fan attachment blower, so you can kind of control the temperature just by oxygen flow. Again, I don't know if I'll actually use that, but maybe. And then obviously I had to pay to get a logo put on here, and this one came out fantastic. They did a really good job. They have a whole bunch of ones that are kind of pre-cut. So if you are, in your Marine Corps or a veteran, or you have a favorite football team, they have some that are pre-made for you. They will also do custom ones. I sent them essentially this logo with a little bit other changes, and their designer made it look even prettier. He kind of made these like rounded. It looks really good. So they did some extra work on top of just taking what I sent them. The designer did a fantastic job, and I love the way it came out. I think it looks amazing. But that's essentially the outside. Let's open her up. Let's look at the inside. On our door here, we have a nice turning handle, which makes opening and closing a lot easier. I did not take the plastic wrap off, like I said. I literally just got this off the pallet yesterday, so we are going to be doing all that stuff today. Open her on up. Door is not too heavy, but it's got a nice strong feeling to it. You can see this has got a nice underweld here. So these are going to be completely sealed, I'm assuming. I don't think we're going to need to do any sort of, what's it called? That barbecuing insulation stuff that I put on my Weber kettle. Don't think we'll need to do that. We have a top grate and we have 2 bottom grates. Now you can buy an extra top grate, to be honest. I'm probably gonna take this out and never use it because realistically, you have a baffle system here. So your hot air is gonna be coming up over the top, circulating. So this will probably be a lot hotter than down here. So the majority of my cooking is going to be on these lower grates. Now, as far as sizing, I mean, 1 brisket, 2 brisket, 3 brisket, probably could fit 4 briskets in here. As far as ribs, we could fit who knows how many. A lot, way more than my family's ever gonna eat. And definitely enough for a whole party. You could also use this as a water cook if you want. I think they say you can fit 5 gallons of water. And underneath there, you can't really see, but there is an outlet over here, threaded outlet, so you can put a ball joint on there. That's actually what this down here is. That way you can drain out any gunk that comes in, or if you fill it with water, you can use that to pull all the water out. Now looking in from this side, you can see this giant smoke collector. So that's gonna be having a really, really good pressure to pull all the smoke out. It's gonna keep everything moving along nicely. They also have their Tell True gauges over here. You can have them add them, I think, if you ask other sides, but this is the most important one. This is going to be the spot where it's coming out. This is where you wanna measure your temperature off of. You can see down there, that's that drain outflow right there. And then you can't really see it, but I also did have them add a thermometer port right over here. So all of my wires can go in, sit here, and I can have my unit sit on the side out here. So basically it's everything I need for cooking. Looking over from the right side, you can see that this is just steel. They've designed it so all of your gases are coming out all the way at the top here. So the idea is to have this baffler plate to really direct the temperature to go up and around. So the hot section is gonna be the top. So you can put here, fat side up, and get perfect cooking. And we will find out just how evenly it cooks. This baffler should probably have a hot spot out to here maybe, but it really should direct a lot of the heat up. So I'm assuming our biscuit test is gonna come out really well, which I'll do in my next video. But I'm assuming I will have the majority of this as workable cooking space. Now, as I mentioned before, this is a brand new unfinished steel smoker. So there is always going to be a little bit of surface rust when it comes back from the manufacturer. That is normal. You can definitely go to town pulling off as much as you want, but honestly, I'm just going to start my seasoning as is and get a nice patina on there and get it going. I don't want this to be rusted. A lot of people like to do them rusted, but I'm going to season it, and I'm going to talk about that in my next video. And really, that's about it, guys. I wanted to do just a quick video, introduce you to the new smoker. Don't have a name for it yet. I'm sure we'll come up with something eventually. But I want to show you guys the new thing that I'm working on here at the UFOBBQ. If you guys are interested in this particular machine, it's awesome looking. It really is as great as it looks on their website. I'm super excited to have this. I don't see a lot of videos with this particular smoker on the internet, so I'm hoping if you guys are looking at that and you like the look of it, but you're looking to actually see it in practice, I can give you some good information just cooking on this thing. I'm super excited. The guys at Lone Star Grillz were fantastic. They were very communicative the whole way. Ever since I put in the order, all the way through getting the design done, when it was going to be done, when I was going to ship it out. I was talking to Chris directly, the owner. I was talking to some folks on his staff. It's just really great company. I have no complaints at all with them. Absolutely would do business again. And welcome it to the channel, guys. Thank you guys for watching this one. If you got something out of this, leave a comment down below. If you have any thoughts about this smoker or a particular name I should call her, let me know. And I will catch you on the next video when we do the initial seasoning, initial burn-in, biscuit test, and then from then on, we'll be cooking on this sucker. But if you guys are just here for my cooking videos, they'll be back shortly. And thank you guys for watching. Most importantly, get out there and cook something absolutely fantastic, and I'll catch you on the next UFOBBQ. Bye-bye.